GM has once again surprised us and is introduced a new vehicle that will be coming out in 2022. The all-new GMC Hummer EV. What's this SUV truck electric vehicle all about? Well, let's find out. So Hummer is synonymous with being big vehicles. They are big SUVs that we knew back in the early 2000s, and I really wanted one when I was young. The brand Hummer went away for a while, for many years. Hummer's been gone now for over a decade, but they're back, or they're coming back. And now they're under the brand GMC. Hummer is now not a standalone brand, but they are a model under GMC. And in 2022, they are planning on rolling out the Edition 1 of the Hummer EV. So GMC is calling this their all-electric super truck. What makes it super? Well, GMC is pulling out all the stops. They are going after Tesla. They are going after Rivian, who is starting up. They're even going after the newly introduced Ford Bronco and the Ford Raptor. They're going up against all of the major off-road and electric vehicles. Jeep. They're even going after Jeep, I think, with this vehicle. The catch to it is going to be an all-electric vehicle. No gasoline engine, no diesel engine. All electric motors. Now, you know my gripe with GM. You know my gripe with GM's quality control and their reliability. In some ways, I think this all-electric super truck will be better. And what do you mean by that, Kevin? With an electric vehicle, you have less parts. With less parts, you have an increased reliability ratio. So, with a normal gasoline or diesel engine vehicle, you have all the components that go along with that engine. The engine itself, there are so many parts inside of an engine. Plus you have rear differentials, transfer cases, all this other stuff. With an electric vehicle, you have battery packs and you have engines, but the engines are connected to the wheels. So you don't have all the drive shafts, transfer cases, differentials, and all that other stuff in an electric vehicle. So in a way, I believe this is going to be a more reliable and better quality, cross your fingers, GM vehicle. So let's get into it. What is this Hummer EV super truck all about? First and foremost, you have 1,000 horsepower and a claimed 11,500 foot-pound of torque. Electric is more torquey. Electric is, in a sense, more powerful than gasoline or diesel because it's a constant power source from the batteries. But GMC is claiming 1,000 horsepower and 11,500 foot-pound of torque, which equates 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. That is fast. a 5.0 Mustang, a new one, you're looking at 3.9 to 4 seconds. Yeah, electric is powerful. They are also talking about this vehicle having a feature called Super Cruise. Now, you may ask, what is Super Cruise? Super Cruise is an automatic lane changing system that's basically rivaling Tesla's. Anyway, the car is driving itself. Autonomous driving. There we go. It's rivaling that to where the Hummer will actually take over and it will change lanes automatically, and it's basically hands-free driving. Now, I don't know how much I would trust that system myself. I mean, how hard is it to turn the steering wheel just a little bit and change lanes yourself? It's not that hard. But it's like cruise control on steroids. So, not only are you not having to press the accelerator, but now you don't have to put your hands on the wheel. We'll see how that turns out. Along with the Super Cruise, they are also talking about four-wheel steering, which equates to a reduced turning radius. So, not only are when you turn the steering wheel, not only are your front wheels going to turn like normal, but your back wheels are going to turn also. I think they said 10 degrees, which is like on a big Trailways bus. They also have rear wheel steering to help them turn. With this four-wheel steering, they have also introduced their crab mode. It's like a crab walk. So basically, if you're off-roading or anywhere, if you get in a tight spot and you don't think you can turn to easily go around something, if you're sort of semi-blocked in a way, you put it in crab mode and your front tires will turn and your back tires will turn. You will basically move diagonally. In other words, you will crab walk the Hummer to get out of tight situations. So that is very innovative. I don't think I've ever seen this in a vehicle before. So GMC is ready and willing to step up to the plate, start innovating, and start leading the pack. So this is a big step for GM. You know, GM had the Chevrolet Leaf, which was an all-electric like Prius competitor for many years. And it's done pretty well. Seems to be reliable. Now, powering this Hummer EV super truck is what they're calling Ultium Batteries. And basically, they're based off of lithium ion. They are a special blend of magnesium and cobalt and, you know, all the stuff that they put into these battery packs. And the battery pack equates to 350 kilowatts, which, if you get in a tight spot, you need a little bit of extra range. The range on this battery pack is going to be 350 miles, which is pretty doggone good for a big, heavy SUV truck. You got to think, this Hummer is a big, beefy vehicle. So to get 350 miles of range out of that, it's pretty good. So there are 24 total battery packs, double stacked. It equates to a 400 volt system, and it can charge at 800 volts. So a 10-minute charge will get you 100 miles of range. And I believe I've heard that the entire car will charge in 30 minutes. That is fast. Considering that the electric vehicles that are out now, you basically have to charge overnight to get a full charge. You know, about 12 hours worth of charging to charge a vehicle up. And this thing, you can get 100 miles in 10 minutes. That is very good. So you stop at a station or something, wherever. They are saying now that they have 68,000 charging stations now countrywide. So they're saying that, you know, finding a charging station will probably not be a problem for you if you decide to go this route and get the Hummer EV. So basically, you make a rest stop and put your charger on. You're almost at your destination. You just need a little bit extended range. By the time you go in and get a few snacks, take a restroom break, come back out, as long as 10 minutes has gone by, you've got an extra 100 miles of range. So that is a big plus for the electric vehicle sector. If the rest of the competitors can come out with something like this, I believe you'll start seeing a lot more electric vehicles, because I think that's the biggest thing holding electric vehicles back right now, is how long it takes to charge. And the fear of getting out on a road trip and getting stranded in a town because either you've run out of battery, you can't find a charging station, that all that is going through people's head, and they're like, I don't want to take a chance of getting stranded somewhere because I have an electric vehicle and I don't have the charging stations. So I think they're quickly working on that. So that's the batteries. As far as tires go, this is an off-road centric vehicle. So they are including 35-inch tires on the Hummers, which is awesome. They've even thought ahead and thought, what if somebody wants bigger tires? So they've made it to where it can accommodate a 37-inch off-road tire. So that's great. There are many custom drive modes that you can do in this vehicle. Make the vehicle your own. There is one called extract mode. Extract mode, if you're off-road, rock crawling or whatever, and you're about to bottom out on a rock, don't think you can make it over that rock, you can hit this extract mode and it will lift the entire vehicle an extra 6 inches to give you even more ground clearance. And it is an air suspension based system. Change and adapt to the road 500 times per second to give you the smoothest possible ride that it can. So that's very good. Also, with the Edition 1, there is the 18 camera system. So there are cameras all over this vehicle, including forward-facing cameras. So not only do you have like a reverse camera, but you have forward-facing cameras to see what you're coming up on if you're off-roading. And there are underbody cameras to let you know if, hey, you need to use that extract mode to get you over something. So that is very, very nice. With that, with the underbody, you also have full underbody armor and rock slides. So the bottom of your vehicle is protected with body armor. So if you do accidentally scrape against a rock, you're not going to tear into your battery packs or anything. It will hit the body armor first. So they're thinking ahead. They're thinking off-road. They're thinking what conditions this vehicle may encounter. With this vehicle, with this electric Hummer EV, they wanted not to only focus on off-road ability, but on the interior. They wanted to focus on luxury and innovation. So inside you have a big, I believe it's a 12-inch display for your center dash, and then off to your right for your infotainment center you have a big 13-inch screen. So you can monitor all of your vehicle conditions. You can monitor what's going on, tire pressure, grade, lean degrees. Just you can monitor your vehicle and sort of check on its status, its health status at all times. A very nice interior, a two-tone lunar gray and charcoal or black two-tone interior on the seats and the console and all, which is very nice. For some reason, they went with a lunar theme on this vehicle. So, like on the speaker grills, you have a map of the Lake of Tranquility, where the astronauts landed in '69. You have footprints of astronaut boots in the moldings of the floor liners. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And to go along with that, they took sunroofs to a whole new level and have created an open air design. Now, with this open air design, it's basically like modern T-tops that used to be on Firebirds. So you have what they call the infinity roof, which includes 4 sky panels. So these 4 panels will come off, store in the front, and you have basically a double T-top open air design, just like it says. And the rear glass also comes down. So you have this total open, get intimate with nature, sky watching, star watching type vehicle, to where you can go park on a hill at night with your significant other and watch the stars in the comfort of your front seats. So they're going with an electric SUV truck with an outdoor centric theme. So if you're an outdoors enthusiast and you want to be environmentally friendly with your vehicle, this may be the vehicle for you. Now, as far as the front goes, with the grill is very trademark for Hummer. You've got a 6-bar grill. I love the headlights on this vehicle. Not only are they headlights, but they also let you know when you plug the Hummer to a power source to charge the battery, all of a sudden the headlights become animations, and it lets you see your charging status. It lets you know that the vehicle is charging. So that is pretty good. All of it, of course, the grille and the headlights are, of course, LED. Now, reservations are open on GMC.com. You may say, Kevin, how much is this new Hummer EV super truck? Glad you asked. 2022, like I said, the first launch will be the Edition 1. The Edition 1 is fully loaded. Has all the options. Has all the bells and whistles. Has all the blinky buttons and shiny buttons and animations and anything you could want on this vehicle. It has. And it comes at a price. It really does. A very steep price. Especially for an American-made GM product. I mean, we're talking more than a Corvette. So, this Hummer EV super truck comes in, Edition 1, comes in at a very steep $112,595. And this is, of course, MSRP price, not including dealer markups, because you know dealers are going to have allocations for these vehicles, and some dealers are going to take advantage of their customers and mark up these vehicles. So you may pay $150,000 for this Hummer if you want one. So they are taking reservations, which means a deposit. This is going to be a hot vehicle, but it's going to be a very limited sector of buyers, because this Hummer is priced so much out of people's price range. I mean, I can't even imagine what the payments are going to be on this thing if you finance it, but it's going to be very expensive. But still, it's a very nice vehicle. Now, so what are my thoughts on this Hummer? To me, it is true to the Hummer design. You can see Hummer in this vehicle. It looks like a Hummer. It looks like a futuristic concept of a Hummer, but it looks like a Hummer. So I really like that. The thing about electric vehicles, to me, if I were to drive one, I would think I was in a big, oversized golf cart. Because, you know, think about it. You're accelerating 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds, and all you hear is wind noise. There's no sound of an engine, no sound of a motor, no sound of gears or anything. It's just silent. And to me, I've never driven an electric vehicle before, But just the thought of it would be like, I'm in a golf cart. I don't know. Anyway, I think with the introduction of new brands like Rivian coming back out with the Hummer as an electric vehicle, you've got Tesla leading the way. I think electric is here to stay for a little bit. And yeah, I might as well get used to the thought of electric vehicles because I think they're going to be more prominent. And as the years go by, there are going to be more and more models offering electric only. I mean, hey, if with Ford, you got the electric Mach-E coming out. Mustang Mach-E, I mean. And, I mean, so all the brands are getting in the game. So I think electric is here to stay for a while. They also claim that the interior is animal-free. So I'm not sure what kind of man-made leather they have come up with for the interior. But will it last as long as animal hide? Only time will tell. I don't think they went with something cheap like a nice vinyl or anything. It's probably something very luxurious because that's what they were aiming for. But for eco-friendly people, your interior is animal-free. They also said that the front is, well, first of all, that's where you store your like T-tops at. But it's also electric. So you hit a button on the interior, and there's probably a button on the key fob also, and front lid will raise and lower. So there you go with that. There are a total of 3 motors in this vehicle. So you've got 2 in the rear, I believe, and 1 up front. So that gives you a total of 1,000 horsepower. And the rear motors are independent of each other. So, you know, if one wheel comes off the ground, I don't think it will spin like the other one will to conserve energy. So, yeah, electric is simple and complex at the same time, but I believe it will be more reliable. They made the batteries to where they are, each battery pack is replaceable by itself, so you don't have to buy all 24 batteries if something happens to one. You can just replace that one unit. How much that would cost, God only knows, but it's probably expensive, so make sure you get warranty with it. But yeah, so 2022 will be an exciting year for the vehicle sector. Leaves are flying in the cab. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this 2022 Hummer EV. I'm sure more and more prototypes will come out. The one that has been featured by GMC is a pre-production model. But it is pretty close to what the final production model will be. So we're seeing a pretty good representation of what we can expect in 2022. So like I said, reservations are open on GMC.com. If you are interested, if you can afford it, I would go ahead and put my reservation in if you are, because I've got a feeling, even though the vehicle is expensive, the allocations probably will go pretty quick. So get yours while you can. If you haven't already, please like and check out my Instagram and Facebook pages, Kevin's Auto Channel. And this is a reminder that, yes, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is still live. So we are getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be choosing someone at random to win a Craftsman Mechanics tool set. And once we choose the winner, I will contact you and we will send it right out. So be sure and check that out. Also, I'm Kevin Walters. This is Kevin's Auto Channel. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.